I'm Gary McNamara, 86690 Red Eye. Just reading this article here when we talk about electric vehicles, which, by the way, is skyrocketing the cost of all vehicles. Because as you saw from the Ford, and we'll talk more about this coming up on the top of the hour, you saw the Ford profits and losses. Right. All their profits are on gasoline vehicles. All their losses are on electric vehicles that are being subsidized. Yep.
Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Listen to Red Eye Radio wherever you are with the Red Eye Radio app. Available on Android and iPhone. Download it now from the App Store or by visiting us at redeyeradioshow.com.
Every diesel needs to defend against clogged injectors, low lubricity, and slipping fuel economy. The best defense is the best defender. House Diesel Defender with advanced IDX4 detergent. Get a deeper clean, maximum lubricity, and boosted fuel economy. Guaranteed. House Diesel Defender. Get optimal performance. House for every diesel.
From the father of CB radios comes One Bad Mother. Eric Harley here. You've heard me talk about Uniden CBs for years now. Uniden has been the cornerstone of the trucking industry since the beginning. And even in the age of cell phones, Uniden CBs still remain the trucker's favorite. It is social media at its best. When you need the lowdown on the road ahead, you need a Uniden CB. It is One Bad Mother. Go to uniden.com today or stop by your nearest Pilot Flying J.
Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6, leaving the light on for truckers. As a thanks for all you do, we're asking America to bring back the air pump salute. We know you miss kids doing it. It always brought a smile to your face on an otherwise lonely stretch of road. So keep an eye out for wound-up kids in the back seat pumping their little arms off. Then give them an air horn blast that'll blow their tiny minds. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
If you're a trucking industry professional, then you need to stay on top of changing regulations, equipment upgrades, and technology advancements. Fleet Owner Magazine gives you all of this and more. Written for fleet executives and managers, Fleet Owner gives you the business intelligence on operations, vehicle maintenance, regulations, and information technology you need to stay ahead. But that's not all. With its monthly print publication, daily and weekly email newsletters, and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner Magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. U.S. border officials are bracing for an onslaught of immigrants in South Texas as hundreds line up for processing, with a pandemic-era rule that allowed them to be turned away set to expire Thursday. Correspondent Manuel Borges is in Brownsville.
Officials estimate 11 to 13,000 a day may arrive along the entire southern border. Texas Governor Greg Abbott deployed nearly 600 more National Guard troops
To intercept, to repel, and to turn back migrants
immigrants who are trying to enter Texas illegally.
Abbott and other top Republicans have said ending Title 42 will encourage illegal immigration.
Border agents have begun arresting migrants who've been sleeping on the streets of El Paso. We're learning more about the victims of a mass shooting at a mall near Dallas Saturday. Gina Blue lives down the street from the Mendoza family, whose 6th and 4th grade daughters were among the 8 people killed.
Waited until we were out of the building to say they were shot and murdered. And his first response was, why would they shoot the children?
The shooter's internet searches showed his interest in far-right and white supremacist ideology. He was killed by police. Russia is celebrating the defeat of Nazi Germany with a parade in Red Square. With the war in Ukraine as a backdrop, things looked a little different this year. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg is in Moscow.
Less military hardware, no modern tanks. Clearly, they don't have any to spare. No military flight past, that was cancelled. And the parade was shorter than in previous years.
By the UN's count, Iran has executed more than 200 people so far this year. Correspondent McCormick reports.
The UN Human Rights Office describes the number of executions as abominable and said the number is frighteningly high. On average this year, it says over 10 people are put to death each week in Iran, making it one of the world's highest executors. Many were for drug-related offenses.
Goldman Sachs is settling up in a discrimination case. The Wall Street Journal says the banks agreed to pay $215 million to a group of current and former female employees who alleged systematic discrimination against women. You may want to think twice before you lie down for an afternoon snooze. Here's CBS's Stacey Lynn.
According to a new study from Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, long naps can make you fat. The researchers found that extended day snoozers had a higher body mass index, waist size, higher blood pressure, and an overall prevalence of metabolic syndromes, all of which are linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease.
Dow futures off 120. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch. Too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
There's lots of swag to be had for a film that's not even out yet.
I want to be where the people are.
The Little Mermaid hits theaters in a few weeks, but Disney's already cashing in on the live-action movie's merch.
Good morning.
From clothing and costumes to posters, bedding, and a limited edition Barbie. Experts say the company stands to make billions. At the box office, early projections show The Little Mermaid could make $110 million when it opens Memorial Day weekend. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Americans are spending a lot of money on sports betting. The American Gaming Association puts the number at over $220 billion since 2018. That's when the Supreme Court legalized betting on sports. So far, 30 states have taken advantage of the ruling that poured more than $3 billion tax dollars into their coffers. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janney King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
Keeping you from living the life you love, the Good Feet Store's arch supports are designed to improve performance and alleviate, even eliminate your foot, knee, or back pain? Stop into your local Good Feet store today for a free personalized fitting and test walk, or make an appointment at goodfeet.com. Try before you buy. You've got nothing to lose. The Good Feet store, America's arch support experts, improving people's lives 2 feet at a time.
Ben here with Just Blinds in Prattville. On behalf of the Myers family and our entire team here at Just Blinds, we want to sincerely thank you for selecting Just Blinds as the best, your #1 choice for blinds, shutters, and drapes in Central Alabama. Just Blinds has been delivering on our family's commitment to provide quality window treatments at affordable prices and to deliver the absolute best in customer service before, during, and after the sale for over 35 years. Please visit us online at gojustblinds.com.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at Campbell Lawrence Bar here on the beautiful Alabama River. You know, it's Mother's Day weekend coming up. We'll be, not just Mother's Day, but all weekend, we'll be cooking up seafood for you. You make Mama stay home and cook for you. Don't come down here and tell me about it. That's right. You know, we got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. Check that out at CampbellLawrenceBar.com. You'll see a menu, a pontoon boat. I think you ought to be down here spending a little time with us. Come on, y'all. Bring Mama with you. We'll have a good weekend. Nice weather, beautiful wet place to be right here on the river.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just want to help you succeed and not succeed.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today. Dissecting politics with millions of interviews, commentary, and humor. Useful idiots.
Historic moment, something huge happened. Justice was done, and a major step towards democracy was taken when Katie Halbert's Twitter was restored.
Congratulations on winning your identity back.
Thank you.
Because without your own Twitter account, really, who are you?
Useful idiots, wherever you listen.
Telling it like it really is.
Just a fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And here we go.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Discover. Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome at the end of your first year. They automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you've earned, doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
A summer-like pattern will grasp Alabama for the rest of the week. We're talking daily, isolated, and scattered showers and thunderstorms. Most of what we see would be an afternoon or evening event. Coverage today around 40%, slightly higher 50% tomorrow, 40% Thursday, and 40% Friday. So a lot of dry time, and some of us won't see much at all throughout the week. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Savory for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now we are looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Fog in some of the low-lying areas. But outside of that, accident-wise, we're looking good. The new Toyotas are rolling in on the big trucks of Reinhardt Toyota. Stop by today because they sell fast. Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Great people. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning. I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Crime Stoppers in the city of Montgomery are holding an anonymous gun buyback event.
There we go again, taking people's guns.
10 a.m. at Resurrection Catholic on Forbes Drive.
Yep. Now you got to make sure you can't protect yourself. Woo-hoo. That's something good. I don't think so.
Last night on NBC's The Voice, two singers with ties to Montgomery made it to the playoffs. Montgomery native Riley Pate Wilson on Team Kyle and Be Smooth on Team Kelly both performed. 15-year-old Riley Pate Wilson is from the Montgomery area, and Be Smooth is from Birmingham, but now lives in Montgomery. The two are now in the top 8, set to compete in the semifinals next week. A popular Butler County restaurant is now open in the capital city. Bates House of Turkey is located on Zelda Road. The restaurant features sandwiches, dinners, and more. The original Bates House of Turkey has been open for decades in Greenville. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button. Oh my gosh.
The soda.
So much
And man,
food, so much air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer." He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Hint, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability, so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
At Simply Safe, we designed award-winning security to protect every inch of your home. It's easy to set up yourself, and now there's an even easier option. Have an expert do it for you with Simply Safe Pro Install. Always protecting, never a contract. 2 easy installation options, backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. Get 20% off any new system with interactive monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Chico's Auto Pros is now open to the public. Chico's has been serving the river region for over 40 years for all your collision repair needs. Now, their location on Atlanta Highway is a full auto service center, offering collision repair, auto service, and tires in one convenient location. Oil and filters, Chico's knows. Diagnostics, Chico's knows. Belts and hoses, Chico's knows. For all your automotive needs, head to the all-new Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway and experience what 5-star customer service is all about. 239-9510. Chico's knows.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere. From dust mites, head dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333, or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It's time to rise and shine. Just one more day. One more day. You got the wake-up call. Good morning to you. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or at least give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is May the 9th. Our scripture insight today comes from John 20:11 through 18. Our daily bread title today is Known by God. John 20:16 says, Mary turned toward him and cried out, Rabbi, Rabbi. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, it is May the 9th. It is a day like all the other days that has never been. And it is a day like all the other days that once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done that you didn't and don't. And you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever you do with this day, May the 9th, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, you've no doubt, you have seen, you have heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do, while you can, as long as you can, until you can't, reach back every once in a while and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live your life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you'll never be a failure. Never. Until you quit. We say, rest if you can. Give out if you must. But you never quit. You never give up. Because quitters don't win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens on this day, May the 9th, it is still a great day to be alive. Known by God, that is our daily bread for this day, May the 9th, 2023. We'll be back, hopefully.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Known by God was written by Patricia Rabin. After two brothers were separated by adoption, a DNA test helped to reunite them almost 20 years later. When Kieran texted Vincent, the man he believed was his brother, Vincent thought, "Who is this stranger?" When Kieran asked him what name he'd been given at birth, he immediately answered, "Tyler." Then he knew they were brothers. He was recognized by his name. Consider how a name plays a key role in the Easter story. As it unfolds, Mary Magdalene comes to Christ's tomb and she weeps when she finds his body missing. "Woman, why are you crying?" Jesus asks in John chapter 20, verse 15. She didn't recognize him, however, until he spoke her name, Mary. Hearing him say it, she cried out in Aramaic, Rabboni, which means teacher. Her reaction expresses the joy believers in Jesus feel on Easter morning, recognizing that our risen Christ conquered death for all, knowing each of us as his children. As he told Mary, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. In Georgia, two real brothers bonded by name vowed to take this relationship to the next level. On Easter, we praise Jesus for already taking the utmost step to rise in sacrificial love for those he knows as his own, for you and me. Indeed, he's alive. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from John chapter 20, verses 11 through 18. Now Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, Woman, why are you crying? They have taken my Lord away, she said, and I don't know where they have put him. At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. He asked her, Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for? Thinking he was the gardener, she said, Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him. Jesus said to her, Mary. She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, Rabboni, which means teacher. Jesus said, Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news, I have seen the Lord. And she told them that he had said these things to her. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for knowing us so intimately and for meeting our deepest needs. Thank you for your sacrificial love that rescued us from our sin and set us free. It's in your name we pray, Jesus. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Joyce Dinkins, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, you know what time it is. It's PT time. Hey, we only do this 4 times a week. All right, so let's get on it. So this is your wake-up call, okay? I'm just saying. Come on now.
Gotta be
rough and tough, airborne, every day. We run to the sun, no sweat, not yet.
down in the mess hall.
On that mess hall. But a can of beans. Come on now. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Not really, that's just a song. You know darn well that you can't eat that.
You know darn well that you can't.
Yeah, a lot of early mornings in that place. Here we go. On the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Air, boom. All the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way.
Hey, once a paratrooper, always one. I never get rid of it. That's right. Every morning.
Driving on.
But you already know that.
On it in the drizzling rain.
Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light leave with the cheering blow. Come on now. Time to rise and shine. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Let's get motivated. PT's up next. Sergeant Smith has hit it.
All the way gotta be
Rough and tough. Air, boomer. All right, somebody get my shoes and tell the first sergeant major they ain't retired yet. Get some of this. Come get some of this. All the way. There we go. Every day. My name on the dotted line. All I do is double time. All right, come on now. Up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill. Airborne. Oh, C-130 rolling down the strip. Oh, yeah. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Come on now. Up, hook up, shuffle to the door. Jump right out and count to 4. Get motivated. Main don't open wide. I got a reserve by my side. Woo! And if that one should fail me too, well, look out below, cause I'm coming through. Come on now, I'm coming through. Hey, everywhere. Hey, every day. Run dry on the old drop zone. Box me up and send me home. Tell my wings up on my chest. And tell my girl I did my best. Come on now, did my best. Hey, every day. Hey, every day. Woo! Okay, enough of that. And now, being the only member of the armed forces on the airways of Montgomery, might as well always keep your tradition alive. Because there's only one reason why you guys sleep at night around here, because somebody else is guarding the fence. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Matter of fact, the only danger to our republic is Democrats. But that's okay. We're just going to leave that conversation alone for the time being. And good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Good morning to Montgomery Maintenance Department. Good morning to the Sheriff Department. Good morning, Chief. Good morning to the Montgomery Police Department. Good morning to Aaliyah, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. But we still call them state troopers. Like, I don't know where the hell that name came from. But anyway, good morning to the Alabama National Guard, Army, and Air Force. We need you both. Keep me safe. Keep me safe. I'm getting too old to pick up a rucksack and try to do it myself now. So you guys hang in there and do a good job, okay? And if anybody sees a 141 on Maxwell, please call me so I can go out there and look at it one more time. Matter of fact, I think the commanding general, in honor of me, should bring a C-141 out there and just let it sit there for a couple of days and, let me cry about it, because that's my friend. I'm just telling you, nothing like jumping out of a C-141. I'm telling you, woo! What a rush. Did I say good morning to the police department? And good morning to the mayor, to the great city of Montgomery. What else I got? Oh, and the mayor's supposed to be here tomorrow. We'll see if he shows up. I think he will. I got some questions to ask him. Got some questions to ask them. Yep. What else is going on? See, when you come, this is the first string. I know they go to the second string, to the third string, first, so they can get their courage up to come up here. Because a lot of big brains up here. I'm just telling you, Yeah, you can't pull the wool over my eyes too much. They already been pulled over enough. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, Montgomery. Oh yeah, you know all that whining they did yesterday about the ballot thing? Oh, what a bunch of crock. I went out yesterday and found out the real deal about all of this, and it's just like I thought. Democrats are lying again. And the Republicans do such a bad job of getting the message out. Boy, I tell you. It's like the Democrats are the bullies and the Republicans are the bullied. I mean, seriously, it's like the Democrats are the bullies and the Republicans get bullied. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the lies that they tell all the time, and the Republicans don't come out in public, and at least not that I can tell, and defend some of this crap. You know, yesterday, you know, we had Reverend Sankey on the air talking about they're gonna put people in jail for helping somebody with a ballot. That's a lie. Okay, that's got nothing to do with that. But I'll tell you the whole deal later on. I went out yesterday, did some get some investigation, and I checked it out. And now I'm gonna tell you the truth about what the bill does. Okay, I mean, come on, man. And the mayor's got a bill he put up for the consideration of the House of Representatives. I'll tell you what that bill is. Oh, yeah, buddy. But anyway, good morning to everybody. Hope this day finds you well. It is 6:32 in the morning. We are going to take a break, and we'll come back with lessons of life and the word of the day. Oh, and the word of the day is an interesting word today. Yeah, it fits a lot of us. Okay, a lot of y'all. Not me, of course. I'm good. So we'll be back. But, again, the Democrats lied again. They're going to put you in jail for helping somebody fill out a ballot. Okay. I knew yesterday when I heard that. Okay. My antennas went up. Okay. First of all, this is America. Okay. Last time I looked at the sign on the door on the way in, it said United States of America. We don't put people in jail for helping somebody fill out a ballot. Okay. We don't do that. Okay, because if we did that, I'd be ready to put back on my combat boots, okay, my uniform, and go hunting. Okay, so we don't do that. But not in this country. Democrats would like you to do that, but we don't do that. No. But I'll explain all that to you in the next hour, what actually happened. Also, I went and got that audio off the from the Prattville City Council meeting, and they, in fact, what happened over there, they're trying to, in Prattville right now, they're trying, I thought Prattville was safe. I thought it was safe to live over there. But oh, no. They are trying to put LGBTQFG, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, in kids sections of the library. Okay. Now, if you kind of weird and that's how you roll, I'm good. I don't have no problem with that. But our children should go to school and learn reading, writing, and arithmetic. Because I don't believe there's any jobs that require your acknowledgement of whether or not you think you what you're not, or whatever the case may be. No. So can we teach our kids reading, writing, and arithmetic so they can learn how to get a job? So if their parents, something happens to them, or something happens that they can't be provided, so they can take care of themselves, so they're not on the street like Chicago or California living outside because they never learn how to read or write appropriately. So now they're with a cup, okay, so I can ignore them, okay? There's no reason in the world for anybody in America to walk around with a cup on the street. I'm just telling you, there's no reason in the world. We got free education. Okay, it's not free. We have, to you, it's free. But you're spending too much time worrying about things that don't matter, okay? And if you don't know whether or not you're a guy or a girl, you got bigger problems anyway. So I don't know. Just learn how to read and write. That way you can still take care of yourself. Okay. Anyway, so let us take a break, and we'll be back uno momento. Okay. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco momento. That's my Spanish there. You didn't know I could speak Spanish, did you? Yeah, I am multilingual. Okay. I just don't like showing off, you know, multilingual. Okay. Now, I have a English is my second language. Okay. Spanish is my first language. Okay. So before I get out of here, let me say, or in Germany, we say Guten Morgen, which means good morning. In Spanish, we say Buenos dias. Okay. I'm multilingual now. I speak all the four languages. At least, at least a couple words in those languages anyway. All right. So, how do you say? Okay, how do you say it? I'm doing something right now. Ah, there we go. Now we'll be back with the word of the day and the lessons of life, the things that you learn by living. Nobody can tell you about it. They're just some things is OJT. We'll be back. Come fix my home. Robin. Won't you please fix my home? Okay, so what's new? Nobody feels. Nobody feels Joe Biden. As a matter of fact, they're saying 70% now. Democrats think he's too old and to run again. And he is too old to run again. This is it. I'm too old like to go through basic training again. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, yeah. Okay, as long as we do basic training kind of slow, I can probably make it through. Give me like 8, 9 weeks, and I'll be up to snuff. Okay, I'm just saying. You do get old. You do get too old for some things, So that's just what it is sometimes. And he's certainly too old to have the keys to the nuclear weapons. But then again, he probably accidentally puts it away. Who is that on the phone before I get to the phone? All right, who is this that shouldn't call me this time of morning? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, it is a bunch of crap that they gave out yesterday, and I'll give the skinny in the next hour of what that's all about. No, I didn't make it. Oh, mm. All right. Okay, who's this? Yes. Y'all lied. That she was wrong. Yes. Hmm. I, I called them yesterday. Well, they tell y'all anything over there. They tell y'all anything over there because I know you don't know what's going on anyway. Okay, no. So you really believe? Oh, you really believe that they're gonna put? Wait. You really believe? I hear that. So you really believe that they're gonna put people in jail for helping people that are blind and can't fill out absentee ballots? You really believe that? Okay. You can't do that in America. I talked to 5 people. I talked to 5 representatives yesterday. I don't care who wrote it. It has to be voted on by everybody. Because I knew the truth when I heard it. Anyway, listen, I gotta do my thing. We'll talk about that in town. I said, you know, I mean, anyway, lesson is the life and word of the day. Okay, that's what it is. I'm saying. That's one of the reasons why I don't take calls for dark. But that doesn't. That's not. That does not count as your call. Anyway, a lesson. The word of the day is velleity. Okay, what is velleity? It is a mere wish, unaccompanied by any effort to obtain it. Too weak even to be considered a desire. You know, some people sit at home and wish they, I wish I could do this, and I would do this, and I would do that, but they don't end up doing anything because all it is a wish. They're not putting forth any work in order to obtain it. Okay, so it's called a velleity. Okay, a mere wish, not accompanied by any effort to attain it. Kind of like Democrats. Okay, too weak to even be considered a desire. Okay, it's like a dream, and you sleeping, and in your sleeping dreams, you never make an effort to do it. Okay? That's what we call delayed. Okay, I'm just saying, you're not along today. 6:49 in the morning. Lessons of life. Now, this is something here that we can talk about at some point in time. Life and football. Life is like a football game. Okay? Sometimes it takes a bunch of first downs to get to the goal line. Well, isn't that what life is all about? A touchdown with a pass is good, but it is still a good thing no matter how you get the touchdown, whether it's through a pass or through a bunch of first downs. A long pass or a bunch of first downs, it's still 7 points. And sometimes it's the trip down the field that shows us what we are made of. But a lot of us don't have a clue what we can actually do because we quit before we get there. We don't get on the field, and you can't play football unless you get on the field. Okay, I'm just saying. So whether it's 7 points through a touchdown or 7 points through a bunch of first down, what matters is that you score and you learn something going up and down that field. So when things get tough in life, don't quit, don't give up, just keep moving. Remember, you may only going to score going up and down the field. It shows us what we're made of. Anyway, good morning to you. It is time. It is May the 9th, believe it or not. On this day in 1980, 35 people were killed when a freighter rammed the Sunshine Skyway Bridge over Tampa, Florida, causing 1,400 sections of the southbound span to collapse. In 1712, Carolina colony was officially divided into 2 entities, North Carolina and South Carolina. I was just trying to figure out how they know where North Carolina and South Carolina intersected back in the day. I mean, we didn't have no topographical maps or anything like that. I think that came along later on. In 1914, President Woodrow Wilson, acting on a joint congressional resolution, signed a proclamation designating the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day, which is coming up, as a matter of fact. 1926, Americans Richard Byrd and Floyd Bennett supposedly became the first men to fly over the North Pole. However, U.S. scholars announced in 1996 that their examination of Byrd's flight diary suggested that he had turned 150 miles too short. Okay. 1945, in World War II, in Europe and in Soviet forces liberated Czechoslovakia from Nazi occupation. U.S. officials announced that a midnight entertainment curfew was being lifted immediately. 1958, Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock's eerie thriller starring James Stewart and Tim Novak, premiered in San Francisco in the movie setting. 1961, in a speech to the National Association of Broadcasters, Federal Communications Commission Chairman Newton M. Mendel described the majority of television programming as a vast wasteland. That has not changed. That's pretty much what we get. 1962, scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, otherwise known as MIT, succeeded in reflecting a laser beam off the surface of the moon. Okay. 1970, President Richard Milhouse Nixon made a surprise and impromptu pre-dawn visit to the Lincoln Memorial, where he chatted with a group of protesters while he'd been resting on the memorial steps after protests against the Vietnam War and the Kent State shooting. 1994, South Africa's newly elected parliament chose Nelson Mandela to be the country's first black president. In 2008, jury selection began in Chicago trial of R&B singer, superstar R. Kelly, accused of videotaping himself having doing a willy-nilly with girls as young as 13 years old. He later acquitted on all the counts. In 2012, President Barack Obama declared his unequivocal support for same-sex marriage in a historic announcement that came 3 days after Vice President Joe Biden spoke in favor of such unions. Yeah, that's because he removed it. Yeah, I'll beat the press. In 2017, President Donald Trump abruptly fired FBI Director James Comey, which should have been fired before then, ousting the nation's top law enforcement official in the midst of an FBI investigation into whether Trump's campaign had ties with Russia meddling in the election that sent him to the White House. Demoralized Democrats. And 14 years ago, top religious advisors to Georgia King Hussein visiting Pope Benedict XVI for expressing regret at the 2006 speech that many Muslims deemed insulting to the Prophet Muhammad. Pakistani warplanes pounded the Taliban held Valley and what the country's prime minister called a war of the country's survival. It was 9 years ago that Russian President Vladimir Putin made his first trip to Crimea since its annexation, calling it historic justice during a Victory Day display of military pomp and patriotism. A judge struck down Arkansas's ban on same-sex marriage, saying the state had no rational reason for forbidding gay couples from marriage. Okay, there's only one. I mean, let's call it civil. I mean, that's a headache. I don't guess we're ever going to get done with this. 5 years ago, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arrived in North Korea to finalize plans to commit between President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. 3 Americans who had been spent more than a year in prison in North Korea were freed during his visit and left North Korea aboard Pompeo's plane. And what day is it? Well, it is National Teachers Day. Everyone has had that favorite teacher that they like, and some not so much. Let's see. Hooray for Buttons Day. Buttons often go unappreciated. I understand that. If you lose one, then you appreciate it. What else? National Butterscotch Brownie Day. You know, I like butterscotch brownie. So, National Christina Day. So if your name is Christina, it is your day today. Okay. National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Remember, for some reason, when you put socks in the washing machine, you always can't find one. I don't know where it goes. I think it goes into the Bermuda Triangle of socks. It's like it's not there anymore. I don't know. But, let's do it. Okay. National Sleepover Day. Gather all your besties together, and it's time for pillow fights and gossip at somebody's house. Russian Victory Day. The Russian Victory Day let us honor and remember the courage of 8 million Russians. That's on the paper here. Hey, I like Russians too. I got some friends over. All right. Oh, and here's one. Here are the tags off the mattress today. Okay, remove any tag that you want. Do not miss out on this quirky celebration. Okay, And something else going on in Montgomery today or tomorrow, whenever it is, we're going to buy back people's guns. That's right. I say not only no, but hell no. Okay, so you're going to buy people's gun back. So now you're going to leave those folks with no defense whatsoever. Unless they got two guns and they're going to send you the raggedy one, then I'm good with that. Okay, do not let the government convince you to give up your gun to sit in your house all by your local self with no protection. Please, if you need some groceries, call a brother. I'll bring you some. Do not let these people convince you to sit in your house, okay, undefended. That's the dumbest program I ever seen. So when somebody's coming in your door trying to get to you, and you sit there eating your last brownie that you got for the gun, and now, no, I'm sorry. That's a dumb thing to do. Okay? When you guarantee me that all the crooks don't have guns, then you can have mine. But until then, do not sell your gun to any government entity or even a private entity. Keep your gun to defend yourself. Okay? Because I'm just doing it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're back.
News Radio 1440.
Don't do it.
The home of the Ben Shapiro Show, on 95.1 Eastern Montgomery. News Radio Station.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Governor Greg Abbott has called up the National Guard as Texas braces for an influx of migrants when the pandemic era Title 42 expires Tuesday. It's allowed border agents to turn away asylum seekers over COVID concerns. Correspondent Manuel Cortez, New Brownsville.
Border cities and vegetable shelters have become overwhelmed. Like 24-year-old Mario Jones, been waiting across the border near San Diego since last week, many without food or water.
At the Capitol building in Austin, protesters demanded lawmakers raise the legal age for buying an automatic rifle from 18 to 21. Days after a gunman used an AK-47 style gun to kill 8 people at a mall near Dallas, a bipartisan committee advanced the legislation. Governor Abbott opposes the change. In Washington, President Biden meets with congressional leaders today to talk about raising the debt ceiling to avoid potential default.
I'm Stephen Portnoy at the White House, where the press secretary insists the meeting is not a negotiation.
I call a conversation between the four leaders and the president.
Marie Jean-Pierre says the president's position is that Congress has the duty to raise or suspend the debt ceiling cleanly, without strings attached.
That's what we hope comes out of this, is that Stephen McCarthy was the right thing. Something like he did three times in the last administration.
Republicans passed a bill that suspends the debt ceiling, but it also includes cuts that the president has called draconian.
Vladimir Putin was defiant as he marked Victory Day on the defeat of Nazi Germany by insisting the real war is being waged against Russia.
For us, for Russia, for the new unfriendly nations, rather than the West and the East. Like the majority of people on the planet, they want a peaceful, free, and stable future.
Ukraine says it intercepted a barrage of 23 of 25 Russian missiles overnight. Police in Pennsylvania are looking for 2 inmates who cut through a fence and escaped from the Philadelphia Correction Center Sunday. Mayor Jim Kenney called the system screwed up. The people didn't know they're supposed to be treated. Clear. We'll find out exactly what we got to do to shore back up. One of the two men is suspected in 4 murders. Some new cigarette varieties being groomed in California. Attorney General Rob Bonta says packaging and promotional materials for reformulated versions of meatballs and pickles would violate the state's flavor tobacco ban. NCP Futures now 15. This is CBS News.
Your next big hire will continue. The hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit. If people are happy with it, that sounds like something they'll consider, and that's nice. Maybe it's switching to other shares, you can help you improve between $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very small use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Year-round research confirms service dogs can help with mental health. Dr. Maggie O'Hare at the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine has been studying service dogs paired with military vets for the last 10 years.
We've seen that veterans who have a service dog have clinically lower levels of PTSD symptoms, 25% less. We also see 30% lower depression, 10% lower anxiety.
She works with the organization Canines for Warriors to study the impact of their dogs with military vets with PTSD.
Many of them will say to us things like, I would not be alive if it were not for my service dog.
Matt Piper, CBS News. Some Starbucks fans are furious. The price of a fruity refresher drink is going up by $1.
With this change, if you say no water, you'll get charged an extra $1 for them adding more base. Additionally, if you say no ice or white ice, you also will get charged $1 because they have to add more base to make up for the space loss.
Customer leaving complaints on TikTok. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Do this now because Democrats legislate over on gold edge is the number 9898. No obligation. Use your agency to take action now. Text the edge is the number 9898. Okay.
Wait a minute, are you saying
It can move. It can move. Yes.
Cash out anytime with your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card from Amazon and other brands. Just download the free upline app for 25 cents a gallon. First Take, that's code LIMO.
I never prepared for that. We're now, we have a best selection of 2024 Dodge Challenger. Overall strong crowd on split models and 7
should have not my consultation Did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same and is 95% cheaper? Just go to purehands.com/joy. Pure Hands will give a free medical consultation, discreet treatment prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to purehands.com/joy. That's FORHINS.com/JOY.
No matter where you live, what you make, who you voted for, some things will impact all of us soon. When you're concerned about the alarming increase in man-made disasters, financial institutions collapsing, and worsening food shortages, Americans are preparing in numbers not seen since World War II. This change is how we prepare. Folks at My Patriot Supply, maybe these ever you should know when you're ready for this now. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and stock up on over a dozen emergency food kits. These include tasty breakfasts, lunches, dinners, breaks, fruits, veggies, meats, and snacks, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one kit per person. As we all know, calories equals energy equals survival. My Patriot Supply food kits are in stock, shipped discreetly. We've seen too many Americans let down by institutions we used to trust. Time to rely on ourselves. MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, and I must congratulate my son for getting some awards the other day at the Upward Bound program. Showing me every time he's smarter than I am, but that's okay. I'd rather be smarter than me. That's good. Good kid. Good kid. A joy to have a good time. Anyway, I want to thank Miss Von Sil Williams, Miss Von Sil Love, actually. Matter of fact, that Jay Love's mom is in charge of the. I didn't know that till the other day, till he showed up and did a great speech, as a matter of fact, up there on Saturday at the Alabama State University. Thank him for showing up and giving our kids a little bit of a motivation speech there. You know, they had me do the prayer, and obviously, I think about that for a minute because I don't want to blow it and did that. And okay, I could do a little bit better had I known what to do. But hey, be thankful for you all. So, 860-1440 is the number. Ms. Fonso, Ms. Love, that's an outstanding program. If you're, and they are looking for some teachers who teach math. Just in case, the folks that you can give me a call at you can text me 241-9998. It's an Upward Bound program, and what it is, it's a program, and I'm not really the spokesman for that program. But it helps, it prepares them for those who have the potential. It prepares them to go to college if that's what they want to do. It checks out their weaknesses, helps strengthen their weaknesses, and even improve on their strength. It really is the first, and they take them to places outside of town. Yeah, you can leave Montgomery every once in a while. You go to places like Washington, D.C. and places like that just to see the history that you always talked about all the time in the book. So, and they need some math teachers. So if you're not an old, I don't mean OLD, I mean OLE. If you're an old teacher or older teacher or a teacher who wants something good, you try to set them home, they can actually use some of your, I can't give you any more particulars except that they need some math teachers. And so you might want, but you can text me your name and number. I'll give to them and they'll call you. Okay, so my numbers are 241-9998, and just put teacher over there. Male or female doesn't make any difference. They don't get the kids out there as long as you got in your head up there. The part to them. Upward Bound, I heard about it years and years ago. But there again, it's kind of like I looked at Upward Bound like a 401k. I figured that's for people with money and brains. So therefore, I never even thought about that. I could kick myself in the butt. I never put any money in the program. I thought that was a mystery. I thought that were people who had money already. Anyway, that's okay. I can't ever get those years back. 860-1440 is the numbers here. We got a lot of things to talk about. The gun back program. Do not sell your gun. Do not do it. Because when you're sitting there in your house by yourself one night and somebody trying to break in, they doing it all over the world right now, and you sat there and sold your gun. Now, if you do sell your gun, make sure you got one to back it up. I'm just saying, sell the broke one. Don't sell the good one. Sell the broke one. They'll never know it's broke anyway. So sell the broke gun. Don't be selling your only form of defense in your house. I know. No. Now, especially if you're older than I am, and you don't feel like fighting anybody coming in the house. Now you don't do that. Make sure you keep one at least. All right, let's see who this is. Good morning. Who's this? Before I get to any other thing. Yes, Mr. Ed. Hmm. All right, Mr. Ed. It is 860-1440. The number here. Good morning. Who's this? Good. And let's listen. I still say, do not sell your gun back and leave yourself defenseless. If you hungry, if you're hungry and you need money because the light bill is going up, the gas bill, and every bill in the house is going up except your check, yeah, you will sell it. Mm. Why not just take it to a pawn shop? Why not just take it to a pawn shop, pawn it, and that way you can go back and get it? Mm. Mm. Oh Lord, here's wait a minute. Here's some more propaganda. Here's some more. Tell me anybody that's intimidated to vote. I mean, come on, man. Yes. Well, right. But wait a minute. As a police officer, wait, hold on. As a former police officer, did you arrest people? Oh, not for voting. Did they break the law? Mhm. Mhm. It ain't the place to have water and food at the ballot. Boy, we come up with all kind of excuses. We come up with all kinds of excuses because it's not a party unit. You don't go out there to party and eat chips and have barbecue. You go to vote. But that's not true. If you go to the vote and just vote, like I've never had a problem voting. Never. Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question. I'm serious about this question. Do you really believe that black folks are stupid? So why do we're the only group of people that always make an excuse that the devil's coming to get me. Show me the proof. You don't get special concessions because you happen to be black. Yeah, yeah. Hey, listen, they know where I am. If they want to come on the air and explain it, they're welcome to do it. Yeah. Well, now listen. I didn't say all the laws, but here's the problem though. Carrying a weapon is constitutional though. Yeah. I know, but it's too late now. It's already out there. It's out there. Right there. I get it. Okay. Well, but to make I know, but to make people think that they're going to be arrested for helping somebody fill out an absentee ballot is the biggest lie told in the last 2 years. Okay, bro. Okay, I hear. I hear. Hey, that's a disease that's that disease that Democrats get. We're back. Gotta tell a lie. Gotta tell a lie. Gotta make it sound worse than what it is. I mean, are we that helpless that we cannot read, we cannot understand, and there's got to be a special law for black folks only so we can go vote? My Lord.
Sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal. Wendy's $3 breakfast deal with your choice of bacon with sausage, egg, and sweet potato. Plus, small sweet potato. $3. Search for your food and get your $3 breakfast deal today. Limited time only. U.S. Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Summer like pattern will wrap Alabama for the rest of the week. We're talking daily isolated and scattered showers and thunderstorms. Most of what we see will be an afternoon or evening event. Other slow and 40% of the higher 50% tomorrow, 20% Thursday, and 20% Friday. So a lot of dry time, and some of us won't see much at all throughout the week. Temperatures mid to 3. That's the forecast. I'm meteorologist.
Montgomery's Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Oh, good deals are sure. No one is straight. How about the report?
The News Radio 1440 network, your Alexa or smart home device.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable. The best thing we can do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King. They can't complain. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKNG Cleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
If something costs less, the people are happier with it. That sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare. Your healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. Customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double of the typical health insurance. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and make it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want to plan your happy life, you can call right now and get back in 2 minutes. Very, very smart use in 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51 Bible. 855-51 Bible. 855-51.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. If you are even the savviest business owner, meet People's Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of any type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost, online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUSBoost.com.
And during our spring sale event at Sunsouth, you can save even more worldwide specials and find out how to grow 0% at much value enough. You can get the division faster, more efficiently, and more. That's what it means. Don't see it.
million people try to eat whenever you stay healthier with Penn. That is available at Walmart, CVS, Walmart, and I like it.
Don't miss Sean Hannity, Biden may prepare to meet again live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. I also want to give some kudos out to some people doing did some great things yesterday. That was, I think, Kenneth Glasgow and I believe William Boyd got together and, tried to get some moms out of jail for Mother's Day for fines that they had to pay, whatever the case may be. But I will say one thing. I don't understand why we as a people sometimes, some of us, can't just go ahead and do the right thing. If you get a ticket, pay the stupid ticket. Okay, because all it does is it grows and grows and grows. Listen, I'm not talking to people who ain't never been in that situation. I was. I came back from Germany, and I came back from Germany in '82, and it was Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Left in I think '86, went to Hawaii, and had gotten a ticket at Fort Bragg. 30 years later, I'm sitting in Montgomery trying to get my driver's license, and they says, "Oh, you owe a ticket." I said, "Oh, a ticket? Where the hell? I forgot all about that." And so, guess what they did? They suspended my license. Okay, so I was able to get the folks in North Carolina to pay the ticket, whatever the case may be. I paid it. $3,000. After all that interest was on it, $3,000. But I did what I had to do in order to get my stupid driver's license back. It was my fault. I forgot about it. When you go overseas and stuff like that, you don't remember those kind of things. I mean, there's a statute of limitations on robbery, but there doesn't seem to be one on the traffic ticket. They come at you 40 years later. But anyway, we just got to take some accountability. We got to take some responsibility for the situation we put ourselves in. I mean, it's always a government program we're looking for. Government program. Ronald Reagan once said the worst thing you want to hear, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you. I agree with him. I mean, come on, let's grow up a little bit out there. All right. Anyway, we've been waiting on the Democrats forever to help us out. We're still in the same boat now we were then, as a group of people. 860-14 for homes that we own is jail cells and funeral homes. Oh yeah, and barbershop. 860 barbershop. I do a haircut all the time. I'm good. I'm not too. It's not too pressing on me to get to the funeral home. Those things happen. 860, we got as a people stop making excuses. Okay, do what we have to do in order to be upright and mobile. Okay, stop going to jail. Stop selling dope. Stop killing each other. Stop fighting. Stop shoplifting all the time. We got people that are in the business of shoplifting. It's a business. I mean, come on. We can't vote. Most of us don't vote anyway. So why the hell are we raising this hell? 5 to 10% of us vote, and we raise the hell about whether or not we put an impediment there to vote. Hell, we don't vote. I mean, come on. We our race of people, not all of us, but we're the biggest excuse-making race of people in America. Well, they stopped time a long time ago. I have never been stopped doing anything I wanted to do. If you just say you want to do it, that's one thing. If you want to do it, you can get it done. Right? Ran him down. Trump was racist. And the guy you got in the White House now is the biggest racist I've ever known to be in there. But Trump was racist. Woo! All right then. I said, be black, not get black. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Let me see, who is this person? Good morning, who's this? Yes, sir. That was the President of the United States in the office right now. Yeah. And we call Trump racist. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. They will. They won't give. They won't give you that. They won't give you that Tahoe. Same thing. You got to take care of it. Yeah. No, we don't seem to be. Mhm. I think I won't be a part of that transaction. Yeah. Mm. Well, the good book said it rains on the just as well as the unjust. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And listen, I remember my mom voting. You know, it wasn't so great in Indiana all the time either, but she went out there and voted. So hey, the excuse thing to me kind of gets on my nerve. Signage or anything. Right, right. Mhm. Yeah, no, no. They want influence. Yeah, yeah. Just put the water out there. Somebody get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not a fan of the buyback program. I ain't giving mine back. Yeah, I'm not giving mine back. Good morning. Not much. You believe that it's got something. I know you believe that any of them. Wait, you believe any of them have done anything? Republicans, Republicans are Democrats. I oh oh well they know. Wait, what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. They know what a female is and a male is, and I'm good with that. No, no, no. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with that one. I'm good. No, they know what a female is and what a male is. They kept the definition. We kept the definition. I'm good. Education is not ran by the Republican Party or the Democratic Party. It's ran by the Department of Education. All the legislators do is fund it. They don't run it. But because it made sense. It made sense what he was saying. Yeah. But because you come up with the same thing all the time. It's not about Democrat or Republican because I don't. None of them. They all do the same thing. I ain't talk, no. You asked me what they have done. You ask me what they have done, because the things you say are irrational and unreasonable. No, no, brother, challenge me. We can talk. Challenge me. All I know is that when you don't know the difference between a male and a female, you cannot lead me. Okay then. 139 years, the Democrats led the state of Alabama. 139 years, and you think we can? Yeah, I hear you. And you believe that the Republicans can undo in 20 what they did in 139? You believe that? Okay. Well, you go live. Yeah, there are a lot of people in this. Women. There are a lot of people in the state of Alabama doing good. Will it get them a job? Let me ask you. Will it get them a job? Will it get them a job? Just tell me. Learning all that crap, that bad history, will it get them a job? Will it get them a job? I don't. Will it get you? Will it get my son? Okay. Will it get my son a good job because he know how bad white folks was back in the early days? Does that help him get a job in either way? Okay. But when that works out, you let me know. And they are holding hands. The only people that are the problem are the grown folks. It ain't the kids. Appreciate it. Let me take one more breath. Good morning, you're there. Yeah. 139. The day the Republicans took over. I don't, in the last few years, last 20 years or so. No, no. America has always been great, but we have not been perfect. Exactly. Well, again, I don't really worry too much about all that history. And we all know it right now. And can it get us a job? Will it make my son be able to get a better job in this society? Will it be better equipped to provide for himself? Because we talked about how bad white folks was back in the 1930s, 40s, 50s. I mean, will that help him? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. They don't care. They don't care. 15% of the people vote. They don't care. Yeah. 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 That's what I was thinking then. That's what I was thinking. That's right. But there's nothing about learning that crap that's going to get my son a job. Okay. Mm. Well, then how do we learn? Wait a minute. How do we learn the bad stuff? How do we learn about drugs? How do we still learn? How do we learn about that? It's, my neighborhood was full of that. My neighborhood was full of that. No, it wasn't. Not my neighborhood. Not my neighborhood, was it? I'm sorry, it wasn't that wasn't the way it was. Yeah. Well, I'm not from Montgomery, so I don't know anything about the history here. I just know it was tough. I can't remember any that held the mantra that you're talking about. I can't remember any. Yeah. Uh, well, I would imagine there's some work. Yeah, I would imagine there were some working people. But I left home at 17, so I wasn't paying much attention to them. Right. Yeah. But again, you haven't answered my question. What about that bad history will give my son the ability to get a better job and a better life? Okay. And they still being that way. But most of it is by our own action. Mm. Wait a minute, I consider myself excelling from nothing to something. You know, you don't have to be a millionaire to be successful, but you know what? Mhm. What I'm one of those. I'm one of those. Are you one of those? I'm one of them. I have none. Well, I didn't. Yeah. Okay. And what you're telling me, then, a guy who had nothing still was able to accomplish something, even in that environment. So why in the hell can't you do the same thing today? Okay. All right. I don't think that probably right. Learn to. I gotta go to my last break. That probably didn't help learning all that history. Didn't don't take the place of hard work. Okay, and focus and discipline. No, we'll be back.
Weather forecast.
Yes, baby. The dead.
Alabama from west to east, often daily ice and scattered with weather systems. Most of what we see in the afternoon tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. A lot of dry winds and late temperatures mid to Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Automotive Family Owned. Family on News Radio 14.
downloaded Backbone and started learning Spanish.
Most likely in conversational or another language in as little as 3 weeks. Almost 10-minute lessons from a language expert who can most of them helping you to learn often techniques and anything. Now, maybe following, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's BABBL.com.
And then a mosquito. How to react to cotton child.
What's your health? Preventing health diseases, food effects, is a pest control. Holy chromosomal evidence. Let's take a moment. Homeowner visit fatherhood.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ag.
Hi, I'm Queen Nancy. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong.
Because without strength, you lose strength. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1530.
Okay, all righty, we are back. Good morning, who's this? Who's this? I'm doing fine. Sweetie? I was briefed on it last night. I looked at it, but I was briefed. I was briefed on it by the yeah. But I was briefed on it by some legislators last night. Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. Mm. Oh, you know white water. Why are you so hard on the white water? Mhm. I got to get trained. Well, I don't know if it costs any. Does it cost something? Okay, that's not a big deal. No, I don't. I won't be one of them. Okay. Well, it's supposed to be bringing money to the city. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. I don't know, but I sure got to go to another break and go on the clock, and I'm on running out of time. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. I'm getting a job. Mhm, 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 mhm. Right. Right. I mean, if you're on Jeopardy, I can understand it. If you're on Jeopardy, right? Me either. Then he needs to study history. But again, history is everything. Every man, woman, and child has ever done. You never learn all of history. Yeah, that's up to him. Right? It's up to him. But in school, my job is I'm hoping you teach him enough so he can get a job and take care of himself. So when I'm long gone, he'll have a repertoire of things to fall back on. But learning about how bad white folks was back in 1950s and 60s and 70s, that's not going to help him at all. Yeah, yeah. All right, appreciate it. Let me take one more. Good morning. Yes, got about a minute and a half. Well, I imagine there are quite a few. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I gotta go. Time's up. We'll be back.
FA 12, new Sunday on News Radio 1440.
Last night on NBC, Montgomery,
This is CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Just 2 more days until a pandemic-era rule expires. It's allowed agents to turn away migrants at the southern border. Correspondent Manuel Borges is in Cameron County, Texas.
Squeezed in El Paso started early this morning. Authorities are trying to remove certain migrants while Title 42 is still in effect. Here where we are in the Brownsville area over the last several weeks, they've been seeing about 2,000
Procedures on the rules will this week. That's not enough. These 1,000 National Guard members. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has reached a swift bipartisan agreement. President Biden gets that leaders to go for talks of raising the debt ceiling. Bipartisan policy centers predicting the fall. With only June and early August, they'll come up with a plan to keep the government funded. Vladimir Putin led ceremonies in Moscow, blaming Western countries for the war in Ukraine. Afghan correspondent Russian soldiers marched to the ceremonies. Putin later compared the fighting of Ukraine to the World War II victory over Nazi Germany. Putin told the soldiers the country's future relied on a Russian victory in Ukraine. With heavy losses there and few gains. Federal court is expected to be deliberating this morning in a civil case that accuses former President Trump of sexual assault. CBS is reporting in New York. Almost all this is apartment dressing room nearly 30 years ago. In high school, responding to testing that Carol was not his type. And the 23rd June of what a Louisiana was exactly. There are more sobering statistics on kids and drugs. Consumer report. More related deaths among children surged over 50 times between 2015 and 2021. More than 5,000 children and teens died from overdoses of over the past 2 decades. That's according to data published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, Pediatrics. They're vaccinating koala bears against the STD chlamydia in Australia. And is in Canberra. The disease can lead to blindness and fertility infecting koalas, which can climb trees or predators. It being recognized as the safe way for koalas as they export the wild vaccinated and let go in monitored CBS News. With a higher quality public press, we will be paid for more and higher predators on the website last Saturday. When now investigating recent self-election this month on Britain.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, we got a couple minutes before we
discover Britain's most bingeable mysteries.
You want to hold that mic? Thank you. Not yet, but we don't know. We got about
Brittany is the marketing director for the airport. Marketing is technical title, marketing and communication.
So let me put advertising up there on the station where people have important things.
They don't have any on 14.4, but we got it running on other channels.
Make me feel.
Limited budget, so we have to spread it.
We are the older crew. We get money. Everybody. Most of us are military. I just say that it makes more sense to put it over here than it does anything else. We have the most exposed. We have the most exposed
If I had to buy every state.
I'm doing this job now. I've been in this business for 30 years, and I always have to fight with people when it comes to advertising. So they think for some reason we don't have. I mean, it's now just use all that. Is it better to advertise to 1 million people with growth or 10,000 people?
I don't agree that I don't really know what you say, bro.
I didn't say they were. I just,
I
yeah.
It's a math formula, so.
Okay.
Well, we're here to discuss the box.
Oh, the run. Yeah, my running days is over.
Well, this was kind of unique because it's going to be on the runway, so it's not your average run downtown or run by the community.
I spent a lot of time laying on runways.
In the military, what was your MOS?
I was the salary. I was for Bravo. Then I got hurt. I went to the Dino City.
I was going to be a 67, I think, but I'm not sure because
Oh,
Black Hawk.
I jumped out.
Yeah.
It's your notes for viewers.
So I ended up having to do a flight operation. Kind of not the other traffic. I think I know what I can say, but then I guess other people say something like that, but they say it's a different range or something. I had from the orange and like stuff like that, all of Costco, and I thought, yeah, I got home, it's like great. I was like, well, if I don't have to do a light this,
Of course, you know, I am the only person on the airways of Montgomery TV and radio that's served this news.
I do know that. That's true.
So it seemed like to me that ought to get me something.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm the only one.
That is true. But I know that is true.
Do y'all still have a flight that goes from here to Washington?
Yes.
That's actually one of the promotions that go in the station. So we go down at 5:30-ish, 6 o'clock, and get back the next day by 5:30. You need to be that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on the air actually. And welcome in everybody. Welcome back. We are going to delay our regular opening because I got a couple of guests in here this morning that are going to tell you a little bit about our airport and some of the things that's going on out there. And they got a function going on here real soon, and I think they want to invite you to it. So let me, without further ado, let me bring our guest on to the microphone this morning and tell the folks who you are, my dear. Mhm. What's going on at the airport? Now, the uniqueness in this, because when anybody says something about running, as far as I'm concerned, it's going way over there, come back around, hit Prattville on the way back, and go to Wetumpka and all that stuff, and come back and finally end up back to where you were. But that's not exactly the way it's going to be done. Mhm. So when does the sign up happen? When does those people take? And that website to do that again is what?
flymgm.com.
Okay. Is there an age limit? Right here.
Age 14 and up.
Do we have one?
Absolutely. Water is actually 11
What about disabled people? Everybody, we got a little politically correct world now. So do we have wheelchair people? No? And so if you're like 87, you can. It sounds like an interesting time, and it's going to be done on the runway. Yeah, I was going to ask you what somebody want to land.
No. Our actual runway.
What about teams?
Yeah, absolutely. We encourage people to be found online. Metal buttons that
What's the biggest plane you guys can handle out there? We're not like a little bitty Mayberry airport. Okay. You're out there too. I'm used to airport based things. Okay, so you can if a 747 want to come in? Really?
we recently just
I didn't realize it was 747. Okay.
really big is we're expanding and we're hoping that people can just come on out and they choose us first in their town.
You've been on that That's good. I don't know why. I should jump out of it. I don't know. I've been on all kind of aircraft carriers and airplanes and 130s and 140s and 141s. I don't know. I got old though, and something happened. Maybe I'll try it. But I like going and coming. So that Washington D.C. thing got my attention. I can just go up there and say something to Biden and come on back. Yeah. You wouldn't have one going to Seattle. You should live up there, love that place too. That's a good ride. That's a good ride. It took me 4 days to drive from there to drive. Yeah, I drive slow. Anyway, so let's tell it one more time about the run that's going to happen on June the 10th.
So although it's so much, even in our United States, so there's many opening the doors for people
Good. Well, I'm glad to know that we are have the ability now to take on bigger aircraft. I thought you got to get Cessna.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't oh, I didn't know that. Well, F-35, they'll be here in December. Yeah, they'll be in December. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I watched my poor F-16 leave the other day. It kind of broke my heart a little bit. As long as they're going away from you and not coming towards you, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Well, thanks. Give them the website again.
The website is www.ng.com.
And they do have a limited number of slots available. They're going to cap it at 5. They have 260. So if you think about doing something like that, you might want to get on that website right now and go ahead and sign up. If you see Kevin Elkins on there, no, that's not a typo. I don't have to run fast. I can just be on the runway. Okay. Thanks, Leggett.
Appreciate it. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you need to come out with the Cumulus crew. As a matter of fact, I think Ray and Andy's getting stuff running. Or they're running, and I'm sure y'all gonna have the bands out there and all our things coming. So,
Oh, that's good. I'm joining the crew.
well, we appreciate it.
I'd rather get consideration for advertising what you do. I'm just saying. Because I had a record being here, being here, and
Obviously, you don't.
well, I hope it did.
Obviously, you don't.
I guess it does.
Then, you know,
That's disappointing. Everybody says that to the people who don't know it. So, something that was nothing that was good, they just get the they do. Damn, I've been sucking it up for a long time. Okay, now yesterday I had this piece of audio to show you what's going on in Prattville. You know, people ask me all the time, why am I so stuck on this transgender thing? Well, let me explain to you. Okay, I explain it to you, then I'll tell you why it bothers me so much. Because it does not follow the pathway of logic and reason. It just when you try to ignore what creation has made, and when you deny reality, then if you deny reality on that one good thing, then you are, to me, you are a dangerous individual, because that means you deny reality to everything, because we are all intertwined in some way. We are all connected. And we all have, there has to be some things in life that we all believe in, okay, collectively. And one of those things that we believed in until recently, that a man was a man and a woman was a woman, and they're not interchangeable. That is, I don't really care what people think they are, because what's in your brain is you. That's your fault. But when you get, if you and I'm going to assume that at some point here, we're gonna let you marry their dogs, their cats, their pigs, their chickens, whatever the case may be. Because according to the new rules, you can be whatever it is that you want to be. You know, so if you deny logic and reason, then you are dangerous to our society because you don't believe what is true. And when you don't believe what is true, then truth has no place in your psyche. It has no place in the things you believe. And if you don't believe in truth, and truth is what is real, uh, then you're dangerous. Okay, if you think that you just all of a sudden by some mental disease that you are now a woman, and Budweiser called me this a couple weeks ago because all these men who drink beer and some women drink beer. But I said, wait a minute, what? You're going to use a guy that pretends to be a girl to trying to get us to drink your beer? It backfired on. Because at some point, reality must sit in. I don't care what people do in the privacy of their home. I don't even care what you think. You can think you're a woman, that's cool. Because that's your brain. But to tell me scientifically and biologically you can change what you are is a lie from the pits of hell. And it defies all logic, all reason, all common sense. And when you do that, then what else is next? What else is next? Do you believe that black folks are human beings? No, no, no. You don't? No. Because obviously what science says no longer matters. What biology says no longer matters. I do not, let me reiterate. I do not care what you think you are. That's fine. But don't tell me scientifically and biologically you have changed yourself. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. But I'm willing to use $1,000 so I come to me and show me that they did. I'm good. I'll donate my little grocery money there because it cannot. So when you start, and another thing, when your actions deplete the human species, then we have a problem. Because put two guys in a room, close the door, come back in 10 years, what you got? That's right. You got the same two guys who got their hell without Uber now. You put a man and a woman in a room, nature will take its course, and we may come back to 20. I don't know. But if you want to deplete the human species, that's what irks me about this. We are gravitating to an issue that leads to our demise as a species. Okay? Because last I checked, the only way to have human kids is through male and female copulation. That's the only way to do it. There's no other way to do it. Even in the test tube thing, you still take a man's part and a woman's part to put it together. That's why it irks me when people want to I don't know, promote this insanity. Promote it. Again, if you think you are what you are, then that's fine. You don't tell me you are that you are not. And that's the only thing about it. I mean, I didn't go to school for all those years, and to be told at 60 years old, 56 years old, oh yeah, everything you learned is wrong. Really? Seriously? Right. Mm-hmm. And I'll go to this thing in Prattville in a second. This is my last break comes up. Come on, who's this? Wait a minute. Didn't I just get done talking to you? Didn't I just get done? Didn't I just get done talking to you? There's something that don't need challenge. Well, he did not. He did not. He did not see them. Well, that's an impression you got. All right. I got you. 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 Good morning. Who's this? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ed. Thank you. Okay. I hear it. I hear it. All right then. Let me see if I can get this thing going. The city council meeting the other day. When, good morning. Pretty good. All righty then. Good morning. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. All righty then. Appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. I don't think I've read it yet, sir. I think I read it before, but I haven't read it lately. All right, appreciate it. I'll take a break and we'll be back and then take us inside the council meeting the other day. Parent complaining about having all this LGBT stuff in the young children section of the library. And the city council evidently don't have the gravitas in order to speak on it.
No, we have equipment for clearing lots of construction, clearing and ridding land of straw. We've got roads, clear fence lines, clear compounds, and pretty much any application where land has been. We have mulches that can grind underbrush into shreds and turn it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive. We will practice where we can break and not be necessary. Take care of yourself. Wait for the call, 284-9292, and let us transform your business into a productive one. Check us out on Facebook. Call 334
Yes.
Now open. Madam's Aesthetic Lounge. Give me a look.
And we're back. All right, now this thing is not very long, but just to show you where our society is going and how politicians don't really have the gravitas to deal with issues that affect our society. Everybody's politically correct, except me. So here we go. Let's see what the woman has to say. This is the bill. City Council. Let me know if you can see it.
Up in our local library over the last year. They range from toddler books to young adult, which is considered 13 to 17. The children's books discuss concepts like gender nonconforming, gender as social constructs, including this book with the infant on the cover, transgenderism, and others that are developmentally inappropriate and confusing to young children. One book details a transitioning story of a young child who looks to be about 5 or 6 who decides she is no longer a girl but a boy. These books are filled with false ideas about gender and force children into inappropriate conversations about sexuality. Children are not sexual by nature, and in their formative years, when children should be reading books of virtue and character and adventure, instead are being bombarded with books that are politically driven. As parents, we should feel safe to send our kids to our local schools and our local libraries. And as adults, with or without children in this community, it should be our top priority to protect our most vulnerable.
Okay, so nobody can. Yeah, I hear this great in here. You guys got the. Okay, so you guys can't hear this? Is that what you're telling me? Okay then. Well, hey, I tried to do it. I even edited it last night. Can anybody hear this audio playing this plane? Okay. All right then. Okay, how about now? Okay. Well, hey, for some reason I can't say. I got to talk to my engineer about that, and I'll get to him and we'll next time, and we'll see because I can hear perfectly in here. Good morning. Who's this? All right then. All right. Good morning. Who's this? Really? All right. I got to talk to my all right. I'll talk to my. Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. I talk to my. Appreciate it. I'll talk to my engineer on that one. Fix that up. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, I hear you. Oh, okay then. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, no, no, no. All right, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Wow. Okay. On on ready. Okay. Well, I got to get my engine. Okay, fine. Well, at least I, 'cause this is too good to let go. Good morning. Who's this? All righty then. All right, all right. Well, evidently, I got to talk to my engineer about this because yeah, I can't hear anything on Alexa. Okay. Well, sorry about that. This is just really we can go on something else. 8:41 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah, I know what that word means. Oh, well, I was yeah. Why in the world do I want to run? Well, that was propaganda. That was that was propaganda. Yeah, yeah. Why I want to do that for free? I know, but why do I want to do? Why do that don't give me any money? Now, if you say, but if you tell, yeah, but if you tell, oh man, a bunch of times. Well, if I did it one time, that's more once than you. So I exactly, but you didn't, but you never. Oh, I don't know, probably not flow, but you said jump. I said jump. I've been on 141. Really? What part of the stick? What part of the stick were you in? Oh, see you later. Okay, then. See, if you're a paratrooper, you know what a stick is. So we're going to worry about that. Let me go move on to other things. Move on to other things. I tell you what, I got him. I got him. Yeah, it's a leg. All right, what else is going on? Oh, uh, it seems that mail carriers today are being robbed more often than usual. And they said they don't mind hail, rain, sleet, or snow, but when it comes to guns, hell no. So I guess pretty soon there'll be neighborhoods that the mailman said, I shall not venture into. So here's my suggestion to our mail carrier. Carry you a good piece, one you can shoot, light and accurate. Okay, carry you a good piece. So so no longer do you have to worry about the dogs with four legs. We have to worry about the dogs with two legs now. I'm just saying, y'all might wanna do something about that. Okay. United States passes 200 mass shootings this year. Yes. What's going on in our world? What's going on in our world? Again, why should you worry about? Why should you worry about? Why should you worry about life of people if you can't tell what the people are? Again, it goes back to this issue of we don't know what we are anymore. Okay, it all goes back. If you have no reverence for it, seriously, if you have no reverence for it, then you don't care much about it. You just don't. It is a natural occurrence. It is a natural direction on the downslope. I'm just saying, you might want to think about that while we while we get involved in some of these things. That's all I'm telling you. All right, 860-1440 is the number you want to give us a call. But robbers of postal carriers have exploded, surging 78% to nearly 500 in 2022 last year, according to the data provided by the U.S. Postal Inspection Service and the Associated Press under the Freedom of Information Act. So we robbing the carrier, the mail carrier now. So if your check don't get to the house, you know why? Because the police, the people said, we're not doing it. I got to find out why my sound won't play on this thing. So I'll get it. I'll get it. We'll check it out here. This sounds good in here. Let me see now what else is going on out there. Oh, here's something. Has you been to a restaurant lately? Or places where people normally you give tips for good service? You know what TIP stands for? Anybody know? To ensure prompt service. That's what TIP stands for. Well, there's a discussion going on in America right now. And that discussion is, why in the world should I tip you when you're not doing anything? I'm with you. I was in a restaurant the other day. I had to go get my own food. They got a tip jar up there. Now, why in the hell should I tip you if you haven't done anything but take my money? Really? Tips are a special extra you give people because they went out of their way above the call of duty to help you. So really, seriously. So we just want you want me to pay for the meal, clean off my own table, and pay you an extra tip for giving you my money. I'm sorry. You got to do something to get that money. I'm not paying you because you standing there looking like a dunce, and all you can do is look at the pictures on the cash register. Okay? No. We're not. No. You got to have a great personality. Ask me how my day was. Say, I love that cologne you wear. Right on, brother. I got some good stuff on here. Something. You got to do something. But these people actually believe they should get tips in restaurants now for doing nothing but taking your money. I mean, what's that all about? Okay. I mean, anybody see that besides me? I mean, seriously, you go pay for your child, and they want a tip. They got a big tip glass at the front of, especially some of the Chinese restaurants. Why want to pay extra? That's like an extra tax. It's a tip tax. Yeah, come on, man. What's wrong with y'all? It's emotional blackmail is what it is. One article says, because now you're going to make me feel like I should give you extra money just because I walked into your place. I don't think so. It's like my barber. Do you think I'm going to give my barber? First of all, haircuts getting too expensive to give tips anymore. I'm just telling you. They're getting too expensive. Y'all finna cut yourself out of the tip. Okay? I mean, now women been paying a whole lot to get their hair done for years. They've been paying up to a couple $100, $200 to get their hair done. Personally, I don't know if I want to pay all that. I think I'd rather be bald-headed. But however, I can understand tipping them for sitting there for hours and hours and hours, putting your fake hair in with your good hair. I'm good. I like it. Sometimes I can't even tell the difference anyway. So I got that part. But going to a restaurant, you picking up a takeout restaurant, you go pay for your food, and they got a tip canister there. Has any of you ever put money in a tip canister in a place that don't traditionally take tips, like Chinese restaurants, like on Fairview? They got a tip thing. So why should I give you a tip? I mean, you haven't done anything. Making a brother feel guilty. That's all I'm saying. I'm not doing it, so take it down. I'm not giving you a tip. Now, if you come out and tell me I'm the best looking guy that been in there that morning, I'm good. Yeah, we can talk about that, okay? Now, the mayor is supposed to be here tomorrow because the mayor has put forth a piece of legislation that I don't know if most people in Montgomery know. I don't think he knows. I don't think y'all know. But the mayor has put a bill in, and they want to raise the mayor's salary 60%. Now, considering what they make, I think 60% is a little much. 30% I can live with. Okay? Now, but here's the most important thing about what the mayor is trying to do in the city of Montgomery. According to my sources, he wants all the appointing authority to appoint people to certain boards. Okay. One is airport, water, sewer boards, and housing, and IDB. Now, I don't really know what IDB is, but I imagine it. But so the mayor wants to take away that appointing authority from the city council, and so he can do it all. I think that's a bad deal. That's too much power for one person. I think that's a bad deal. I think that's not, that's not good. So I think, but we can talk about that tomorrow when he comes here. If he shows up, I think he will though. But anyway, he wants to, because right now the city council has the ability to appoint people, but the mayor says I want that authority all unto myself, and therefore, it takes it out of the hands of the city council. To me, that will make an opportunity for corruption that has not been seen in a while, even though most people don't get paid up front on these boards. But I've heard things in the last 20 years or so that maybe somebody does get paid. I'm not saying who or where or what. I'm just saying that these boards are voluntary, but there must be something going on behind the curtain, because too many people been on these boards for so long, and now the mayor wants the opportunity to, shall we say, appoint all to the major boards. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't think that dog gonna hunt. Another thing too, one of the things that I'm going to ask everybody running for office, if they decide if they have the what does gravitas mean anyway? I thought that meant some gonads. Hey Siri, oh man, hey Google, what does gravitas mean?
Here's the definition of gravitas: dignity, seriousness, or solemnity of manner.
Yeah, well, I may have got that one word wrong. I got that one word wrong there. All right then. Well, you know what I mean. Gonads. That's what I'm looking for. So gravitas means that's gonna be my word of the day, I guess, one of these days. Because if a post for which he has the expertise and the gravitas. Okay, dignity, seriousness, solemn gravity, loftiness, grandeur, decorum, sobriety. Okay. Well, I was kind of right. You got to have certain qualities in order to lead. And then the guys up in Prattville just didn't seem to have much when it came to this. When it comes to these LGBT books, I can see why this thing will not play on my on my computer. I don't know what's up. They may have put something in it to make it so I couldn't do it. Okay. So the mayor I think the mayor's salary is 100. I think the mayor's salary is 100, at least 125,000. I think they want a 60% raise. Now I have to tell you, I'm not really. I mean, this is the capital city of Alabama for the time being. I think the mayor should make a decent living from that job, considering all this time we'd be beating on him. So I 150,000 is not too much, because that's what the probate judge makes, I believe. So I think the probate judge and the mayor should make about the same amount of money. Yeah, I do. I don't have a problem with making it. I mean, the man is somewhat educated, got a great, got some experience now, got 40, so I'm good. Alabama Democratic Conference abolishes DNC mandated LGBTQ youth caucuses. On Saturday, the state's party executive committee met in a manner of speaking. It's not clear whether a quorum was present. At least a couple of dozen committee members were turned away. I don't know why, that just went. Next, the party voted to abolish several caucuses by vote count that appears to have made up that doesn't come close to pictures of the standing vote taken by a reporter. Youth caucus, gone. LGBTQ caucus, gone. Disabled caucus, gone. Until today, those caucuses had the power to nominate at-large members to ensure representation proportionately to Alabama Democratic voters. Okay then. So no more weird caucuses. We good. Good morning. Who's this? Well, now we don't know about no backdoor deals. Now that, well, we don't. I know, but we don't. We don't know. Let's not begrudge the mayor. Now I'm just saying, you ought to make at least $100,000, at least $150,000 to be the mayor of the capital city of Montgomery. Okay. Anyway, the party's Black Caucus, controlled by the Alabama Democratic Conference and led by the state's party boss, Joe Reed, has opposed the other caucuses, which dilute ADC's influence on the executive committee. Okay, so I don't think we need an LGBTQ. I mean, everybody is a citizen. Everybody's a citizen, so everybody should be represented. Okay, anything else going on there? Okay, what else is going on? Oh, here's one. And I was going to have Pasco, he was supposed to call us this morning, but he hadn't called us. Alabama GOP demands apologies from Black lawmakers over a song referencing the N-word. We all know what the N stands for. When Jay-Z penned the song, he penned that song for a time such as this. Gavan, who's one of our representatives over there. So, but in talking to Representative Pasco, she made a reference to the lyrics of the song "The Story of O.J." by Jay-Z, and of course they use the N-word, stuff like that. I know what they said, but see, Democrats, when they can't beat you intellectually, when they don't have a foot to stand on, then all they can do is reference some old tired saying that people have put on Black folks who happen to think for themselves. That's a handkerchief head or the other negative names. Rather than outthink you, they just out insult you. That's all. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad he did. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. And the police. Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. I would. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, come on, brother. I just. Yeah. 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 You need to get paid. You need to get that green. I'm good. Yeah. All right. Well, one of my representatives told me last night it was a 60% pay raise, but 150,000. That's not a bad deal. Yeah, that's good. Let the man make a little money. I mean, as much hell as we give him, right on. I'm good. Yeah. But the board appointments, yeah, we don't want to let that just go to the mayor. Yeah, to me that's a non-starter. No, no. So let's get a brother raise, but let's not let's not give him the the power to raise everything. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. I was stuck doing something else. Bye.
Good morning, I'm Chaz Williams with WSFA 12. Happening this Tuesday. Crime Stoppers in the city of Montgomery are holding an anonymous gun buyback event. It's happening Saturday, May 20th, starting at 10 a.m. at Resurrection Catholic on Forbes Drive. Those who surrender guns will receive gift cards ranging from $50 to $200, depending on the type of gun. Last night on NBC's The Voice, two singers with ties to Montgomery made it to the playoffs. Montgomery native Riley Tate Wilson on Team Kyle and B Smooth on Team Kelly both performed. 15-year-old Riley Tate Wilson is from the Montgomery area, and B Smooth is from Birmingham, but now lives in Montgomery. The two are now in the top 8, set to compete in the semifinals next week. A popular Butler County restaurant is now open in the capital city. Bakehouse of Turkey is located on Zelda Road. The restaurant